A teacher in Pennsylvania has just been sentenced to 30 days behind bars after she confessed to having a sexual relationship with one of her students. Now, she's in her 30s. She's a 33-year-old teacher, and she was having sexual relations with a 17-year-old student. Now, this was at Moreland High School, and she was a math teacher there. Authorities said the relationship began in May of 2013, actually. The teacher here, Ginnetti, allegedly approached the boy during the high school prom, asking him if he would like to work out at her gym with her. After that, it became sexual. They started having a relationship, and she started sending him salacious pictures. Okay, so Erica Ginnetti allegedly sent explicit text messages and videos to the teen. Photos included pictures of the accused wearing only a bikini, underwear, or a thong, along with a video that showed her undressing in a sexually charged manner. Now, she has 3 children of her own, 8, 11, and 14 years old. And as I said, she has just been sentenced, okay, to 30 days of jail time. Ginnetti pleaded guilty last year to sexual assault and disseminating sexual explicit materials. The maximum sentence for her crime is 2 crimes, was 7 to 14 years behind bars. Now, the judge basically was lenient and only gave her 30 days. And he said the following.
Wait till you get a load of the judge. Okay, so this is at least half the story. But we might have a disagreement here.
Yeah, we're going to have a huge disagreement. So the judge said, what young man would not jump on that candy?
Damn! No, he didn't! No, he didn't! Okay. All right.
No, can we put everything in context for a second? Like, it's all fun and games. It's all shits and giggles, right? Oh, hot teacher. Look at how hot she is. She was fucking a 17-year-old. Yeah. Right. This woman literally had sex with one of her underage students, and she gets 30 days and a judge telling her that she's candy, right? But in Atlanta, you have teachers that change test scores or test answers, and they get 20 years behind bars?
Okay, like, don't be a downer.
No, I am going to be a downer because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. This is an actual crime. What the teachers did was wrong, right? Was that an actual crime? I think that's really up for debate.
Okay, so of course I agree with you on the Atlanta teachers. Now let's get back to the fun. We have a video of this.
This is so
Candy, Miss Candy. Dancing.
That's not her name.
Okay, and then I'm gonna explain why I'm not outraged by this story. Obviously, Anna and I disagree, and then we'll fight. It'll be fun. So take a look to see if the judge was right or wrong. All right.
Can we not watch this anymore?
Okay. All right. Okay, I think we get the picture.
Yeah, so if she's a hot teacher, then it's okay. She can fuck her students.
Okay.
But if she's an unattractive teacher, then, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe she deserves some jail.
That is clearly not the standard. No, the reason...
That is the standard. You just showed her video and you're like,
Okay, no. For me, and I've said this a million times, and I've been consistent on this throughout the entire history of this show, I believe the legal age for everything should be 16, right? Mm-hmm. Whether it's drinking, it's sex, etc. This guy is 17, the student, right? So that's why. I mean, if it was a really underage kid that I think would be scarred, doesn't know what he's doing, can't make a real decision, then I'm totally with you. It doesn't matter how hot she is.
I get it, Cenk. But look, if that were the law, then I'd be fine with it. But that's not what the law is. The law is that you can't sleep with your students, especially when they're underage. And in this case, it was an underage student. And I'm so tired of different standards when it comes to breaking the law. If you are a black teacher in Atlanta who's changing test scores, you get 20 years behind bars, right? If you are an attractive white teacher in Pennsylvania and you literally have sex with an underage student, well, that's okay. You're candy. We're just going to sentence you to 30 days behind bars.
And by the way, if you're a male teacher, you certainly would have gotten a hell of a lot more punishment. So I hear you on all that. I did want to give, and I'll actually make your point for you, Anna, by quoting the judge one more time. I think the judge might have been affected a little bit by how attractive he thought the teacher was. He said, I don't believe you're a bad human being. You did a bad act, so I have to punish you.
By the way, should he even be a judge? Is a judge allowed to say what young man would not jump on that candy?
I don't know, but he should be allowed. Okay, so now look, Anna, when you bring in the comparison cases, I hear you, and so I don't want people to get me wrong. Should she be fired? Of course, she had sex with a student. Of course, she should be fired, right? And is it the right thing to do? Of course not. She's got 3 kids at home. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you jeopardizing your family because you are into this student of yours? So putting the kidding aside, of course she shouldn't have done it. Of course she should be fired for it. Do I think she should be arrested? No, because I think the standard should be 16 and above. I mean, 17-year-olds, they've been kings, they've been warriors, we infantilize our, people that are way grown up, in my opinion. I mean, to think that a 17-year-old's a baby that can't make up their own mind, that can't have sex with an attractive woman because they have no mind, it'll get melted and oh my God, it'll scar them for life. If having a sex with an attractive older woman at 17 scars you for life, I think we have a fundamental difference in what we think scars you. I think that's awesome.
I don't know if he was scarred, but one thing that was noted during this trial was that his grades suffered a great deal.
That's what the prosecutors say, and they say, quote,
they can't just make it up. They have to provide evidence of that.
Quote, the prosecutor says he had a point in his life that was dark. Come on, it's not dark. I don't believe it. I think that if a 17-year-old got laid by that teacher, it's not a dark period in his life, okay? It's just not. So,
look, I'm just tired of the different standards. That's it. Like, I just get really frustrated at how there's absolutely no standardized way of dealing with crime. It all really depends on what your socioeconomic status is, how big your tits are, stupid things that shouldn't matter. Those things matter when it comes to our justice system. So that's what bothers me about this story. So it's annoying to have a conversation about how much a 17-year-old wanted it and how much he wanted to sleep with her. That stuff is irrelevant to me. What's relevant to me is the way people are treated in our justice system, and it's totally unfair.
All right, my final point is that I fully agree with you and fully disagree with you. I fully agree with you in the injustice in the system that you point out. You're absolutely right about that. The part that I disagree about is if you say to me, should we put someone in prison for having sex with a 17-year-old when that 17-year-old guy wanted to have sex with her? I say, no way. No way you should go to prison for that.